It's the Night in the Moth release day. It is like 8:45 a.m. Barnes & Noble opens at 9, so I'm a little behind. It's about half an hour away, but I am getting ready to drive over there now. I went the other day and pre-ordered it, had them put it on hold for me, so it should be ready behind the desk when I go to pick it up, although I did just have a dream this morning that I went to Barnes & Noble to pick it up, and they were like, oh, we only had 2 copies and we already sold them, but I'm like, I put it on hold. You told me you'd have it. And they were like, yeah, I was just being kind of silly. I didn't think you'd actually show up. And they were like, none of the stores. I woke up so mad because like my brain was like, this is real. You're not getting this book. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully they have lots of copies and that my copy is up at the front desk like promised. But anyways, let's go. Here she is. Oh my God. The cover has that like velvet touch to it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I think like, cause no one's touched it, I think I can like also crack the sprayed edges. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, enjoyed that. All right. Now I have to drive half an hour home until I can crack into this. I'm so excited about this. Today's a good day. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to read much during the day. Work got kind of busy, so I was only able to read the first chapters. I read like 14 pages. But the good news is I'm done with work now, so I can lock in. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get all cozy on the couch and read. Okay, so first of all, I cracked my glass mug that I made my chai latte in because the hot water that I mixed the chai powder in mixed with the cold milk, and the temperature just shocked the glass mug, so it has a split down it and it was like leaking a little bit. So I had to go take care of that, but now I'm using this. So that's better, at least it's not spilling. Okay, so I'm only 2 chapters in and I'm on page 26. So far, now listen, what you need to know, in case you couldn't tell by the title of this video, because I'm specifically focusing on this book for the whole video, is Rachel Gillig, after One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, like became like my favorite author. Like I read those books last year and they were my, of the 75 books I read, my favorites, my actual like #1 favorites of the year. I literally did like a tournament style bracket to figure out what my favorite book was, and they won. So of course I'm already loving this. I'm really interested in it so far. I am very easily able to visually imagine what's going on in this story. And literally just from the first 2 chapters, I am like, oh, this has movie potential. I can just see how much fun some directors would have. So there's like this dream sequence that just happened in chapter 2, because like our main character is a diviner. She like reads omens basically. And so she enters a dream state to be able to read fortunes, I guess. I will say I don't know much about this book, and that is 100% intentional. I didn't want any preconceived notions going into this. I didn't want to know anything about it because I truly just wanted to experience it for exactly what it is. I didn't even read like the inside of the dust jacket. I avoided reading reviews as much as possible. The only like spoilery thing I got is that like a gargoyle character in this book, but he's literally introduced on the first page. So not too bad. So that's all I knew. So I am enjoying it so far. Only 25 pages. And how many pages is this book? Ooh, I'm just now seeing in the back that there's all these like illustrations, because there's these like it's like a church setting, like a chapel, a cathedral. There's a cathedral and it has these rose windows. And so I guess these are the illustrations for it. Very cool. I love how she does these in her books. Like she did it with One Dark Window because there were all of the cards for the magic system. And so the chapters would have images of the cards and those poems in the beginning. And I need to reread them because, Ooh, there's an interview with her at the back. I just love her so much. All right, 385 pages. So this is actually pretty short. How long was One Dark Window? Hang on, let me go look and see. Okay, so One Dark Window was 392 pages, and that's the paperback version. I would say that so far, the only beef I have with this book, and it has nothing to do with Rachel and has everything to do with the publishing company, is that it's printed on bright white paper. It has the texture of like printer paper, which has, I don't know, it has a cheapness to it. It has a like printed fan fiction. I have a couple of fan fictions that I have printed and bound just as copies for myself. And it just kind of feels like that. Like it doesn't have the same paper texture. It has no tooth to it. So it's like a very smooth, like I said, it's like printer paper. Maisie is chasing her tail on my desk chair. Girl, you good? You gonna get it? So that's so far the only thing I don't like, and it's kind of like, it's intense. It's very bright. So that's the only issue I have so far, but otherwise, let's keep going. Okay, oops, my parents came and my dad fixed some things around the house, and then my mom showed up with their dog, and then I couldn't resist hanging out with them and the dog. So they were here for about an hour, and then I like made dinner and chatted on the phone with my boyfriend, and then I scrolled for the next several hours. So it is now 10:30 and I have not read a single page since I last left off, which was about 4 hours ago. So, but I'm gonna read now. I had no plans to try and finish this book today. I just really wanted to like really get into it, which did not happen. But I'm going to spend about the next like hour and a half reading. So I will probably get anywhere between like 60 to 100 pages if I can just like put this away. I cannot stop scrolling. It's a problem. I'm addicted. So I might just actually just go like plug this in to charge. It's like late enough that I probably won't get any notifications. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm gonna actually read like I'm supposed to. Like this video is supposed to be about. So let's do that. I cannot get comfortable. I don't know what's going on. I like am trying so hard to get comfortable that I'm like not even focusing on the book. Okay, this is acceptable for now. Okay, I'm on chapter 6 and I've read 60 pages so far. I really dig this main character. So she goes by 6, but earlier on, I believe, what was it? None of this is a spoiler. Okay, chapter 3, she says her name is Sybil. I don't know moving forward if we will actually refer to her by her name or if she's just always 6, but like I really dig her as a character. I don't know, I just really like her, and I really like a lot of these ideas that's happening. So very curious where this is going to go, but it is, I don't know what time it is. It's after 11. So I think what I'm probably gonna do is like get ready for bed and then do some reading in bed. Gosh, can we just like, the camera quality is terrible right now because of the light, but like these digitally sprayed edges are so beautiful. Like, you know, like if you squeeze the book so that you don't see the individual pages, like it just looks like a solid surface artwork. I love this so much. Barnes & Noble really hit it out of the park with the design of this book, for sure. Like it just, like honestly, the sprayed edges, it's this design and the edges look better than the actual end papers. There's like a vividness to the edges that the end pages don't have. Oh, gorgeous. Rachel, I love you. This is a love letter to Rachel Gillig and just how amazing you are. I love your books and I will read anything. I want to read your grocery lists. I just love you so much. So it is Wednesday night and I've had the Night in the Moth now for over a whole day. I have thankfully been able to spend a lot more time reading today than I got to yesterday. I locked in a little bit more. I was reading on a Twitch stream. I do live reading sprints over on Twitch, so if you want to do that, I do co-working and things like that there too. But I am now 51% into the book. I am on page 188. I did download an ebook copy of it simply because since I do have that like special edition of it, I just get really paranoid that like I'm gonna have like something on my fingers and like stain a page or like, but I'm just like, it's such a pretty copy. I don't want to mess it up. So I was just like, it's fine. I'll just like get it online. I have it. So I am really enjoying it. The little gargoyle sidekick character cracks me up. I love him so much. He's just so funny how he says little phrases wrong, and he's just, I don't know, he's just like a good time, and he's just so like naively innocent, but I don't know. I just really enjoy his character. And now we're kind of like learning a little bit more about the faith of this world and kind of what the plan is moving for the future. And yeah, so I'm having a really good time with it. It is beautiful. I have not had any issues with it yet so far. So yeah, this is good. So I'm gonna keep reading. Okay, so truly I have done very little updating in this process, even though that this is the purpose of the whole video, is to read my most anticipated book of the year. But I will say I'm 76% into the book. I'm on page 292 out of 384. I have an hour and 43 minutes left in the book. That's what it says. My gosh, I'm still really enjoying this. The gargoyle character cracks me up. Most of the things that I've highlighted in here are from him. He's so funny, but just like in general, just like really so sweet. He was like, why don't you two just confess your love? And they were like, whoa, 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 like, no, like you can't say that. And it was just like so like awkward between them. And it was, I thought it was so funny. Yeah, for the sake of my sanity, like, tell them you're in love with them. And they're like, rah, don't do that. Like, it's just so funny. And they're like, you can't just say things like that. And he's like, oh, did I do something wrong? And it's like, yes, like you can't say stuff like that. And he like says phrases wrong and they're always correcting him. And he just like absolutely cracks me up. And I just like, he is 100% my favorite character. I just love him. There was like a fight scene between the main character and someone. And it was like a really good scene. Like I was like holding my breath for a lot of it. I was reading it live on my Twitch stream and I kept like making faces and just like exclaiming, but I was muted. Some people in chat were convinced that I was reading a spicy chapter. I was not. There hasn't been anything spicy yet. There's like a little bit of tension between the characters, a little bit of banter, not like too much. Like books like Powerless, it was just like all of their conversations were banter. These two characters are just really guarded, and yeah, they will kind of like tease each other a little bit, and it's not too much, and they're kind of like slowly unraveling the layers of themselves, which is interesting. And so I am excited for when I hope they get together. I don't see why they wouldn't, but you know, there's probably gonna be like, you know, something that happens in the end that tears them apart. But it's also a duology, and I hate that I'm like reading this now and I'm gonna have to wait for the duology, because I at least had the awesome pleasure of getting to read One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns like right after each other. So like I didn't have to wait, so. But I have no issue with doing a reread of this when the next one comes out. But yeah, again, really liking it so far. Like I said, I have an hour and 43 minutes left in it. I really want to try and finish it tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Let's see. Okay, so I'm 82% with an hour and 18 minutes left, and I'm on page 316 out of 384. And I'm very distracted by the birds out of my window. I added a couple of new bird feeders, so I'm very excited about this. I'm gonna stop and make dinner, and then I might play some video games for a little bit, but I'm definitely still gonna finish this tonight, I swear it. Ooh, people who love you for your usefulness don't love you at all. When you do the right thing for the wrong reason, no one praises you. When you do the wrong thing for the right reason, everyone does, even though what is right and wrong depends entirely on the story you're living in. And no one says they need recognition or praise or love, but we all hunger for it. We all want to be special. Those are some beautiful words from the comic relief gargoyle of this book. He like will like occasionally throw some wisdom down, and I'm like, hell yeah. Okay, so I just finished The Night and the Moth, and God, I love Rachel Gillig so much. I had such a good time with this. I am not one to like highlight things in books, but there were like several things that I highlighted in it. Just some quotes that were just so incredible. Like there was just like such a deep quote by the gargoyle, who like for all intents and purposes like is the comic relief of the book. There was just, it was just, when we were in the next to last chapter, I was kind of worried because I knew that this was a duology, but everything was wrapping up really neatly. But I had noticed something about a potential plot line earlier in it, and I was like, I wonder if this is gonna happen. And then it did end up being that. And that's obviously how book 2 is gonna go, because literally like that plot line didn't appear until like the last 4 pages of the book, because I was like, this is really clean, like where is this gonna come? And yeah, so there, yeah, literally like, you know, 2 pages left, and I'm like like, because things are happening. So I hate so much that I'm going to have to wait, I don't know how long, for the next book, but best believe it, I will be once again at Barnes & Noble at opening for the next book in this duology. Rachel Gillig, thank you for all that you do. I kind of want to do another, I want to do like a One Dark Window, Two Twisted Crowns reread, just because this woman. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed my little read through of this. If you still needed convincing to read this book, this is me telling you that you should read it. 5 stars. 5 stars. If it wasn't already clear. I knew it would be from the beginning. Like I said, Rachel Gillig is my favorite author. She is an auto-buy author for me, so please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!